Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3 and 4. Phil, what did you think?
So far, it's going pretty good.
Pretty good.
I actually cheated, and I watched the cutscenes for the Last of Us 1 and 2.
No!
I couldn't help it.
Why?
I got so mad,
God.
and I watched both of them, and I just went, I know. I should have waited.
Dude,
I cheated.
For the content.
I cheated. I apologize. I know I should have held it in, but I couldn't. I was like, I need to see Abby get hers. I need to see it. And I'm just going to say this, and I apologize again. I love the video game. I love both of them.
It's incredible.
I love them both. And I don't have no shame saying that. I just feel bad for watching it. After I finished it, I went,
why'd I do that?
Bad.
You had guilt?
But I enjoyed it. I was literally sitting there doing homework, listening and watching the cutscenes, and just going like, this is such a good movie. And I remember, this is a video game.
Dude, what you're explaining sounds so nasty. I'm sorry, just like...
I know.
All right, anyways.
I apologize.
All right.
But anyways.
So since you cheated, Phil, since you know how this is going to end, what did you think about Episode 3 and 4?
Episode 3, I thought was okay. It was weird at first because, and this was before I did start watching the cutscenes. I watched Episode 3, and I was like, I don't know if I like the way this is going so far. The planning into going into Seattle or Washington.
Yeah, Seattle.
I was like, I feel like they should be way more sad or more depressed. I feel like it's getting a little silly, like with this part. And I understand it's because, well, I don't know. I just thought the mood wasn't right. Mm-hmm. It's still whatever, like we could see something later on, but I didn't feel like the mood was right. And then when I watched the video game and saw how that whole thing was working and apparently how homeboy, what's his name, Tommy, already left, and then Ellie and Dina went out to Seattle to go find him, I guess. I like that. I like that more than what happened in Episode 3.
Okay, so the show's not doing that?
Nah, the show...
I'm going to catch up. I'm going to watch Episode 2 through 4 this week. Once I'm done with finals, I'll catch up. I'll be there.
Yeah, it did something different in the show. I'm not going to tell you what it did, but it did something different than that, which I thought was a little bit weird. But I'm still going through it. Episode 4, I actually really liked. I really liked Episode 4. It, obviously, they get to Seattle, and they're exploring, just like at the beginning of the game. And I thought it was really cool. They did something, they did a throwback to the game that I thought was really cool, and I appreciated it. You'll know when you see it or hear it, hint. But it was really cool. But then you go through the rest of the show, and they run into a little situation that was related to the game as well. And I thought they did a really good job. I think the only weird thing about it is a certain situation that plays out when they get to a certain spot. I'm not against how it happened.
Talking about the scene at the end? You talking about the scene at the end? I saw it.
Are we talking about the scene between Ellie and Dina?
I saw that.
I
have a take.
Yeah, I thought it was okay, like the way Dina went about it, but I think that how it ended, where it's like how she revealed like she's pregnant and then they did the thing, I was like, I don't know if that was the right moment, but I understand it. I'm 50-50 on it. It's weird. Like, I feel like some of the mood and emotions are off. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like it matches.
Like it feels
the moment.
awkward.
Like I don't feel. Yeah, it feels awkward. I don't feel like it matches the moment. Like once again, I have no problem at all with gay sexual scenes or anything like that. It's just the mood or the moment didn't feel right.
Mm-hmm. It felt forced.
I feel like I like the game moment more.
I've heard other people say that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's felt forced.
Yeah. That's what it kind of feels like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It felt smooth in the game a little bit more. Like it felt like, yo, Ellie, you risen right now. You doing the thing. And then this, it was more like, and I was like, I don't know. That was the best way. That was the best way to do it. It was like talking and then go straight at it. But it was like in the game, it felt like it took more time. It felt like it took more time. It felt like you actually like got the sense of.
I mean,
I'm sorry, that was the best way I could.
I mean, in the game, they don't have like sex or anything, but I get what you're saying.
Or they have a moment.
It's more rizzy, and it's earlier when they have, like, they're a lot more rizzy when the situation isn't so dire.
Yeah.
You know, like when they're so. I'll talk about it now. Now that the episode's passed and it's in conversation. I won't spoil anything for the game, I promise. But where episode 2 goes, The only time Ellie and Dina have like a very romantic, like in quotes, a romantic scene. Sorry, I shouldn't have put quotes around it. I just meant like they don't have sex.
Yeah.
They have a romantic scene is or like on screen sex.
In the game?
I'm getting too much into it. Yeah.
That was at the end, right?
It's in the beginning.
Oh, beginning, my bad.
It's in the beginning before Joel dies. While Joel's getting like kidnapped with Tommy.
Yeah.
Ellie and Dina are like having a grand old time. You know what I'm saying?
Dispensary.
Yes. So it played a lot more for like the guilt of she should have been looking at for Joel and she wasn't, stuff like that. That's what the game does, and I think it's incredible. The show takes a different path with, I'm pretty sure, Dina being there when Joel dies, instead of Tommy, which I also don't really like too much. I didn't like that change. I just felt like obviously Tommy would go after his brother regardless.
Yeah,
and I think it does a good job of giving Dina more of a reason to go, instead of it just being like, oh, this girl I'm into's going. But I don't know. I just like Tommy's push for it because Tommy has like survivor's guilt, and I feel like that plays off more for his like, for what the story's going for. Anyways, this episode, Ellie, when Dina talks about Ellie being, or Dina, spoilers, Dina's pregnant. And in the game, it's a lot more negative. Ellie's very upset that she lied and she didn't tell her. And Ellie sort of played off to be like, all right, why are you acting like this? Like, you're being a little much.
Yeah.
And they do a weird thing in the show, from what I can tell, as a person that hasn't watched it, so I can't have a firm opinion, but who hasn't watched it, where they merge Ellie being immune, Dina discovering she's immune, to Dina being pregnant as like a reason for them to have sex.
That's what I thought was...
And I think that's awkward. Yeah. I think that's kind of weird.
That's what I thought was really... Like, I get what the director was trying to do, make it a spur-of-the-moment, like, thing. But I feel like with these two, especially since I watched the game, like, they are eventually in love with each other. Like, I felt like that was more like, okay, we had a moment at the dance floor. We had a moment, like, when we were sleeping in the tent together. And now we're having a moment here. And now that's the spur of our emotions. But, like, it doesn't feel to me as personal. It feels more like we have all this stuff going on. Bam. Yeah. Instead of, like, in the game where it's like you saw, like, the snowball fight when they're with the kids, the talking points, when they're in the dispensary and they have that moment, or the dispensary when they're alone and they're actually talking, and then, like, you know, they're both trying to be smooth with each other. Like, I feel like this is going way faster than, like, what it should be. I feel like it should be more smooth. It
feels forced. I think the game's relationship with them two feels more pure than, like, this one does.
I feel like this is more fun.
Yeah.
Like, it feels more fun than more like
a fling.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't feel like an actual relationship. It feels like this is a friendship that we're having fun with, instead of like, oh, I can see them as boyfriend. What am I doing? Partners. Dang.
Come on, Phil.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Come on.
But it just doesn't. I don't feel like it matches the flow of like what we're used to. I'm
gonna watch it, and I'm gonna let you know. I don't like a lot of the changes they've made. I think some of them are interesting, but I've been on record and said that I think that story is one of the best written stories ever, and it's hard. And I try to take off my video gamer glasses. I try to not look at it like that, but it's hard not to. It's really, really hard not to look at it like that. But there's a lot of video game projects that I love. I love the first season. The first season makes a lot of changes that I think are for the better.
Oh, yeah.
Bill and Frank being a great example.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of another change? I don't know. Anyways, that's just because it's a highlight. That one's so good. I think of the Uncharted movie that, like, I don't think is like great or anything, but I think it's a good time. It's a good time. I like a lot of video game projects. It's just, from what I'm hearing from a lot of the changes here, they seem forced, and it seems, at least in my opinion, too safe. It feels like we're trying too much to make Ellie's journey feel more justified. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just feel like they're going in a direction that I'm not liking. Like, I think it's going to get to a point that I'm going to be like, yeah, no. Like, I think you're missing the point here. You know, like you're missing why this story is so powerful. No, you're missing this. And I think I just don't like it. I don't know. I'm going to watch it. Again, I need to watch it. But
yeah, I feel like maybe with season 2, they're trying to be a little bit more like, I think maybe this is not filler, but they're trying to orchestrate certain things for season 3 and 4. Because I feel like after watching the game, it's got to be 4 seasons into this.
Just 3.
Oh, it's just going to be 3?
Confirmed for 3, that's it.
Okay. Oh, there's only going to be 3 seasons of this, and then that's over?
So
there's not going to be a third game they're going to adapt?
No, because the third game is like nowhere near. They haven't even started developing the game.
Okay.
Neil Druckmann says he has an idea for it, but like he's probably never going to make it, is what he said.
All right.
So here's my thing. I just think this show might be playing it too safe. And killing Joel, not a safe thing. Everything after that feels like they're playing it too safe. And they're trying to like be like, well, look how great Ellie is here, or look how like this and that. Like I think, I don't know. I'm trying hard not to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. So I think I might have to wait till the season's over to like get all this out. Yeah. But I think they're playing it too safe. And I'm worried that the story isn't going to hit as hard or be as powerful as it could be because a lot of these changes that they're making to make the story feel safe. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed the ending. And if they did, as someone who played the game and felt the game went on too long, I can still acknowledge that the game is genius and it's beautiful. And me feeling like it's going on too long is the point. That's the point. It's supposed to feel like it's going on too long without spoiling it. So I think they're going to make a lot of changes. Yeah. And I think the small changes that they've made here is letting the viewer know, the gamers out there like me, that I don't think they're telling the same story. So I guess I just have to change my lens. I don't know if I will. I'm really passionate about that game. So I don't know if I can, but I'm going to really, really, really try. From what I've heard, I don't love it, but I'm going to watch it and make my own opinion. And I'll probably be back here next week for episode 5 and we'll talk about it. But I'm not digging a lot of these changes. Yeah. And it sounds like a lot of people aren't either.
I'm not fully against it. I'm just trying to see where they're going with it.
Yeah, totally.
Because I feel like it's going to get way better down the line. And that's why I'm not trying to be too harsh on it. I'm just saying like that one scene and then a couple of things going with it, like it didn't feel at the right moment for it.
Do you think it almost felt too like TV show drama?
Yes.
Like, you know how in like TV shows drama, it's like, oh my gosh, oh my. I think that's funny. It doesn't feel.
It's gonna be a new thing whenever we talk about scenes. Just be like,
it doesn't feel as natural or like these are two real people. You know, it's not like the HBO television we're used to getting, where like, sure, it's a drama, but like the characters feel really real and grounded. Where this feels like a script they're reading off of and doing. Yeah, you know, I think that's I could see that being the problem maybe, but. Do you think it has anything to do with, like, maybe Bella Ramsey or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think they're just trying to do something. Like, I can see, like, based off changes and everything, like, they're trying to change stuff, but I feel like there's something they're trying to build. And I feel like I think there's going to be something interesting they do. And maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's why they're making it feel like a fling. I think that's the thing they're going to try to change.
Their relationship?
Maybe.
But
then that would probably no, because maybe that's what they do. Maybe that's what they do. That's not good.
We'll see. Honestly, I think we'll just have to
I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
Yeah.